Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. The last episode, we learned that in order to revive the Z-Keeper, which we need to break the barrier to Neo Bowser Castle, we need to construct the Ulti-Bed. But this, of course, will be no easy task. As we have the manual here, we need to get 5 different parts: the Pajamaja rock frame, the dozing mattress, Z-Keeper's feathers, the mush rice tree board, and the driftwood jellyfish sheets. We then also need to find a bedsmith in Wakeport. So, in other words, we pretty much have to revisit every single area in the game in order to find a MacGuffin to make the ultimate MacGuffin. And that's only step 1 of the process, but the Z-Keeper is our ultimate goal. And in today's episode, we start our first steps on that goal by leaving Dream Pillow Castle and seeing what lies beyond. So, that's the game plan. But we basically start our revisits to every single area in the game, which we'll be starting with Mount Pajamaja. Pajamaja rock frame is the first one, and it's actually required to do that one first, for reasons we'll get into in just a little bit. So for now, we must find the 5 parts of the... Whoa, hello, you woke up on that one. Oh, apparently you knew all this already. You should have maybe told us this beforehand. That could have been That could have been really helpful, Dr. Professor Mr. Snoozemore, MD, Esquire. It would have been awfully nice of you. But unfortunately, well, I mean, Dreams Deep was cool. I can't complain about that. We learned some new ball-based abilities, which is actually kind of ironic considering what's going to be coming up very soon. But you'll see why later on. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So, we must begin at the base, the Pajamaja rock frame. All the other ones, including maybe even the bedsmith, you might be able to even get him out of order. All the other ones you can do in whatever order you want, I believe, but you have to definitely 100% go to Mount Pajamaja first. For a pretty important reason that we're going to get into very soon. This guy is just, you need some coffee, sir. Yeah, and he's back out again. You have issues, man. You should really work those out. Or just get coffee. Or just get a good 8 hours night sleep. But I get the feeling you get like a 23 hours night sleep, considering you're always sleeping. Oh, well, it's the quirk, you know, it's the professor who studies sleeping, you know, but falls asleep all the time because he's all about sleep, dreams. Welcome to Dream Team. We make sleep jokes pretty much non-stop. So, step 1 is the Mount Pajamaja, the Pajamaja rock frame. I mean, if you're going to construct a bed, you kind of need to start with the base, and ironically, we're heading to the base of the mountain to get the base of the bed, and everything just all comes around in circles, and it's all fine and dandy. So, as we head here, we learn, hey, there's a new Mount Pajamaja to... Oh, no. That's right, the Massif Bros. They are here. They are back. You thought we saw the last of them? No. We have yet another tour to go on with them, and they're going to meet us halfway. But, of course, another tour with them, you know, we have to go here first. There's another tour with them. They, you know, taught us moves in the past. Perhaps, you know, you might be beginning to see the reason why I had to do Mount Pajamaja first. We kind of need, their help, so to say. Also, now, you'll notice that some of these areas have changed a little bit. There's now enemies, even in the shop area, so nowhere is safe anymore. There's nothing new as much in terms of equipment. So, there's that. However, in terms of items, it's basically going to be the same as Dreamy Madame Broke was. So we now have our, you know, our Tomp Balls and our Ultra items, so on and so forth. It's all fine and dandy, but obviously items are kind of the littlest of problems when we're doing, you know, the hard mode, and we can only have 10 of each item anyway. We pretty much are almost always maxed out on items. So yeah, avoid the enemies. I mean, yeah, they're old enemies. They wouldn't be too hard to defeat, but it's always nice to not have to deal with their silliness. So there's a castle in the sky. That's not how planets work, who guy? No. Anyway, we would want to head up if we want to head to the Massif Bros. There's actually something else on this mountain we could have gotten on our very first attempt going through here. I thought we actually needed to have a certain new field ability in order to do that, in order to get this final thing, but we actually can get it now because there's a second way to get to where I wanted to go, or to get to where this other pillow is. You know, if you fall down that previous cliff, you'll end up back at the shop area, and it would be pointless. If you fall down this specific cliff, though, you actually land somewhere different. You land, well, it's the same area, but you land up here instead. Which means we can actually get to this pillow. Otherwise, that jump, you know, that drop there, it's too high for you to jump back up there. It's the only way to get up here. Unless you have a specific new field ability that we may or may not be getting at some point. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious everywhere in the game is blocked off by an area where we can't jump high enough to get to it. Or almost every area is. There's been a whole bunch of them. We're about to meet the Massif Bros again. I mean, come on. We're in a section. We're meeting them in a section where there was a spot where we could not jump up to. So, basically, the hint is we're about to get a new field ability. We're meeting the Massif Bros for a reason. We come to Mount Pajamaja first for a reason to get the required field ability to get everywhere else. A little weird that the Massif Bros teach you a whole set of new skills. Again, they didn't create new characters for that. But then again, I love the Massif Bros. They're all good. Anyway, that pillow, that's another one of those stone fist pillows where we had a bunch of them that we had to unlock beforehand using a different area. And then had to backtrack to get all those. Well, we would have had to backtrack to get this one, but we already got it. So we already did the whole stone fist puzzle. So that's a quick, easy in and out there. That pillow, though, that being said, I mean, there wasn't ever a case where I only needed one pillow in order to get a new... you know, a new thing from Eldream. So, in the end, it didn't really matter. But there we go. I mean, basically, as we're going through all these areas a second time, I mean, there's beans we've always missed. There's pillows we've always missed. If we actually look at our collection here, you'll notice, you know, pillows, we only have one more left in Mount Pajamaja. Beans, we're missing 5 of them. So, really, I mean, now that once we get this new field ability, we'll be able to go back to almost every single area and get almost every single pillow and bean and whatnot. So we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning up, a lot of side questy stuff. Because actually, if you look at the map, I mean, I don't want to sit here and... Yeah, rustic charm! Or something. If you look over here, there's actually an area over here as well that we weren't able to get to before, so... We'll actually have... That's not part of the plot. We'll actually have to go there on our own accord, which we'll probably be doing next episode, because I'm going to do my best to complete each area as we revisit it, so... There will be a lot of side questy sort of stuff mixed in with everything. That's just going to be kind of how this section is going to be. That's just how it is, really. I mean, we're gonna get a new ability very soon. With that, we're going to be able to access a lot of the other little secrets that this game has to offer us. So, and I believe this might actually even be the last field ability in the game, so don't quote me on that, I might be wrong, but if it's the last field ability, then yeah, it's pretty much going to unlock most of the content. There might be a couple areas that we won't be able to access quite yet for other reasons, but we'll be able to get mostly everything soon, so that's kind of a nice little perk. So, it's Walter here, there's monsters! Well, yeah, well, it is a volcano and whatnot. So, he's ready to quit, but no, we're here for the tour! Don't worry, you had a purpose! Ha! Just kidding, we're not here for the tour. Screw your tour! Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm just kidding you, I'm just yanking your shell. I'm just, you know, just teasing you, little shell top guy. We're here for the tour. You had a purpose! Well, apparently we can also read your thoughts, by the way. But, hey, it's not curiosity or stupidity, it's treasure. It's also saving the world. You know that castle in the sky that one Who guy thought we were moving towards, even though that's not how planets work? Yeah, we're gonna try to stop that. We need to get a treasure here. So we're not crazy. We're not stupid, I swear. I'm not crazy. No, not at all. Anyway. Bye, Mr. Guy. I guess we scared him off with my craziness. Wouldn't be the first time. So, yeah, he shows us hey, they're right up here. I'm not sure why they needed a guy to show us that the Tour Bros were right up here, but hey, is the Massif Bros, they're back. Oh, I'm so excited. But maybe you shouldn't start your tour halfway up the mountain, because that's kind of a good way to make sure no tourists show up. Really, I think a lot of the people on this mountain just don't know how the heck tourism works. But, it's a maniac tour, apparently, though. Oh, boy. The last tour was just a normal tour. A maniac tour? That sounds like crazy talk. So, hey, remember us? We are, the exact same guys who would only go on their tour last time. Yay. So, extra beefy tour, oh boy. Time to crush mountains. Oh boy. So, okay. And also I like the fact that Mario and Luigi are immediately like, no, I think we've had enough tours from you. But unfortunately, massive vet. Pajamaja 2. Electric Boogaloo. No, beefsteak, beefsteak. Treasure tour. This is totally just beefsteak 2 Electric Boogaloo. Or I suppose you could say Electric Beefaloo, which makes me sound like, it sounds like the Beefalo from Don't Starve, but Beefalo! The most manly of animals! Anyway, ultimate treasure hides in the mountain. Well, that's an awfully awesome coinkydink. We're looking for an ultimate treasure for an ultimate bed. So, hey, it looks like our goals are one and the same. They're doing a tour for a treasure hunt. We're hunting for treasure. May as well head with them, you know, safety in numbers and whatnot. Also, we'll just get new field abilities, so hey, there's that. But apparently this tour is full now that there's 2 people. And Popple! You seem to keep popping up all over the place. I think that's kind of the point of his name, actually. So yeah, there's some loot on this mountain, but Popple ain't really the climbing type. So once again, he's just kind of showing up here and there throughout the game. What is your story, Popple? Boo to you! Why are you here? Well, we'll learn that at some point. For now, he's actually going to hint that he's going to be in Wakeport. Well, at some point, if you think about it, we do have to go to Wakeport to get the bedsmith at some point. So perhaps we'll learn more about this Popple fellow when we're at Wakeport. So for now, though, shake a beef, it's treasure time. Indeed it is. So let's head forward and get ourselves some moolah. But first, we need to learn how to get up these vertical inclines, because we saw this vertical incline before. That's why we couldn't head over this way in the first place. But as you could probably guess, we're about to learn how to bypass that, because the Massif Bros have yet another new trick up their sleeves. It's new skill time indeed. A technique made over 25 years. Wow, that's quite an impressive technique then. What crazy shenanigans could they be up to? Massive abs! Super beef muscle flex ultra special double ab crunch jump! AKA the ball hop. Much easier name, but yeah, well, that's defying the laws of physics. Apparently rolling up in a circle will let you jump higher. Also, that's 2 ball-related field skills in a row here. 2 episodes in a row, 2 ball, or I guess spherical-related things. I guess Mario and Luigi just really love their spherical stuff. Don't take that one wrong. Anyway, and also apparently lets you bounce higher. So essentially we can press R 3 times to X. It's a whole new tier of action skills, and this one, they're both the ball hop. I don't think you get another skill for B. I think just A or B end up accessing the ball hop. I think you just get an odd number of actions you can do in this game. So there's just that. But yeah, A or B will access the ball hop, and then essentially as long as we're ball hopping, you'll ball hop automatically. You just need to use a circle pad to move. You'll move a set distance, so it's also very good for super hyper precise jumps. And also, obviously, for getting up places. Like, we could get up to where that pillow was before using the ball hop. So, as you can imagine, this ball hop will allow us to access a plethora of new areas. And we will be using this quite a lot, both in this episode and in the next several ones. So, that is the play. You said Shortle! Fawful, is that you? Anyway, master ball hop, and life will be good to go. So, basically now we spend the rest of this episode, ball hopping our way to victory. We're also going to encounter some new enemies, by the way. And one thing to note is you don't get to encounter these new enemies too often. So, expect a few times where I'm going to be actually running away from battles if I get hit in order to, make sure I get these no-hitter challenges, because this is, like I said, the part of the game where, the no-hitter challenges definitely get more difficult to do. So, we are going to have to step our game up. Also, new beans! We haven't gotten beans in a while, and we're going to be getting a whole bunch of beans in, like, pretty much every area. I'm going to go ahead and give the beans right before the next boss, though. So expect a whole lot of beans, because we're going to get pretty much every single bean we've missed so far before we actually feed them to our bros. So it'll be pretty darn cool. But the tour is that way, and thus that is the direction we'll be going in as we continue to climb this mountain and explore all of its delicious goodness. They got really far ahead really fast, because if you look at them, they're actually all the way up there. You can see, by the way, there was a new enemy over there. Saw the new enemy? That was new. We've seen that enemy before. We can actually see that virus. While we were climbing the mountain the first time, we could see it, but we just couldn't obviously access it. So we have to get all the way up there. It's quite the perilous climb. We'll fight Mr. Virus in a second. They make little virusy noises. They're basically the Dr. Mario viruses. And also, they had a version of these in Superstar Saga and possibly other games as well. I forget. But yeah, we can basically, well, that just was awkward. We can fight them and get a new no-hitter challenge, which should be all fine and dandy. So they have 2 attacks. The first one, well, the thing you want to know about these viruses is they specifically, oops, I messed up. Okay, I want to, basically hit, basically, as you can see, if you combo them in a specific way, you can eliminate them. 3 in a row will always kill them. That being said, we don't want to wait too long, because now at this point, I'm just going to hit them over here, because I want to take damage by waiting too long to get them. Yeah. Okay. I tried too hard to show them off. If you take too long to set up the combo here, it will not go well. But the point of this is it shows off the mechanics of this fight, which is essentially get 3 in a row. If you get 3 in a row, it'll actually kill off the virus. So, they always cycle red, blue, yellow when you're hitting them normally, because they will change as you hit them normally, and they'll stack up this way. So, that's cool, and then, for example, I can do a single hit. Basically, if you want to change them into 2 colors, they always go red, blue, yellow. So, a jump will change them, from red to yellow, a hammer will hit them once only, and it'll change them from red to blue. So, if you're blue and you want them to get to red, and this is the other attack, by the way, they'll just kind of rush at you. It's a lot more complicated than that, but now that we've kind of removed all of them from play, it's not as bad. So you want to basically, with that first attack with the hammer, you want to quickly stack up a bunch of 3 in a row to kill them off. But you don't want to do it in such a way that's so slow that you end up not doing anything, or that you end up, taking damage. So I was a bit slow on that because I was too busy talking and trying to explain, and oh well, we'll actually get a chance to fight them off later on. As you can see, they actually take a while to die though, so you want to actually line them up like that and kill them by creating some sort of 3 in a row combo. If you combo a bunch of the ones that are in the front, the ones in the back will walk forward, so you can actually kind of use that in a sort of Dr. Mario puzzle-esque Tetris sort of sense to make a bunch of combos and kill off a bunch of them at once, if you're clever. So we'll fight them one more time, and I might even keep that one in because it's going to be pretty important to show off exactly how these fights go. Obviously, when you get the hammer thing, you can eliminate a whole bunch of them right from the get-go, which is really nice, and also really crucial for the no-hitter challenge, because their other attack, that one where they rush towards you, the one that we had only one left to show off, that one's a much more difficult attack to dodge, in my opinion. So, we're going to have to be astute, because there's going to be another one over here, and also we transition to this theme, so that's a thing. Also, if I didn't mention back there that when I fell down that one area, basically, that was the area where the wind that sent us up to where that fountain was. So now we can actually access this area from ball hopping up there as well. Since I don't think I mentioned anything about that beforehand. Anyway, let's actually kill these guys and show it off the proper way and hopefully not screw this up. So, okay, this is their other full attack here, where now they rush at us in groups here. We have to be very careful to jump over. It's so difficult with these guys for some reason. I'm so bad at these guys. So they basically do a bunch of rushes at you, and it's all fine dandy. That being said, I think these are the last viruses on the mountain for now, so I definitely want to get the no-hitter challenge for these guys. So that's how that other attack works. Let's sort of speed up the next fights, because, oh wait, there was a whole nother virus over there too. Okay, we have 3 attempts. I think it's the other enemy on here where you don't have the too many attempts to no-hitter challenges. There's a few viruses up here though. Why there's viruses on a cold volcano, I don't know, but okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and speed up until I actually get this successfully though, because the no-hitter challenge is necessary. Unless I do this attack successfully, in which case... Gosh! Okay, hang on a second. Hey, I got through that attack without dying. I killed a whole bunch of them. That actually went really well. This is going to be a lot easier to do now. Now, the best way to go about comboing these guys is to make this one yellow. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, make that one yellow, and then we want to make this one red, so we want to jump on it twice. This will leave one left over, which is kind of a bit of a hassle, but dodging one single one is not as bad as dodging a bunch of other ones. Oh, we got a secret box. That's cool and all. I still hate this jump, though, but luckily if you hit them the one time, it actually cancels the jump. So as long as you get that first hit, as long as you can get the hammer one, especially if you can do that one properly and kill off a whole bunch of them, it makes this entire fight a lot easier. That'll help us get the, that'll help us basically get the full thing. Oh, you're actually just doing a rush here. But even then, that's still, you know, that's even easier because you have plenty of opportunities to hammer the one guy. And there we go. No-hitter challenge, get. Not too crazy. I'll take it. So there we go. That's how you go about doing the no-hitter challenges for these. I guess I'm going to start being a bit more thorough with these enemy fights because the no-hitter challenges get a lot more difficult, so it helps to do that. In fact, I actually want to fight these guys one more time because I didn't really get a chance to really show off exactly how chaining them all together works out, so I'm going to actually quickly show off how that works. So, 1 second. Okay, so for example, if this one, we want to find a way to combo these all together in order to really kill a whole bunch of them at once. So, for example, an easy way to do that would be to turn this one blue, because it will create a sort of chain reaction in this sort of way. So this turns this blue, combos this, that one walks forward, it combos these ones, so on and so forth. You can potentially get a whole bunch of them killed over time. So that's sort of how, you know, you have to basically, you know, use the red-blue cycle, and you can chain them together like that in order to get a whole bunch of them killed at once. Obviously, the hammer counterattack is much more effective for combining them together, but still, even so, it's not terrible. As long as you combo them decently, it's not terribly difficult. I hate the perspective on that attack, though. I could never... That jump one is really difficult. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish off this fight, although it shouldn't take too terribly long, because there's only one left now at this point. But, I just wanted to kind of show off how you fight those guys, especially. Alright, so that's the end of the virus. That's pretty much all I need to show off, and all the time... Really all the viruses that we need to fight anyway. I don't think there's any more viruses on this mountain. Well, there might be. I don't know. Now, the trickier thing is going to be fighting this guy. Yeah, he looks like the same as those easy guys from before, but believe me, I'm really bad at this guy. I think there's only one of them on the entire mountain to fight, so I have to make sure I actually do it properly with this specific fight as well. Unless that guy shows up. Okay, well, let me handle this first. They do the same sorts of attacks as before, where they have this, and then the two split up this way, and then they'll also have the wobbly stack, which, okay, none of them are going to do the wobbly stack. Oh god, I almost screwed that up. Ah! They basically have the same thing where they do the wobbly stack, it's kind of a thing, so on and so forth. That being said, there's another background enemy, and I'm going to actually, well, okay. On the one hand, it would instantly kill these guys, which would be really nice, because then I wouldn't have to do the no-hitter challenge for them. On the other hand, it's... Okay, you know what? We're gonna try to show off all of these. I want them to show off their other attack before I finish them off easily. So I'm not going to immediately go into Tomball mode, but I do want to fight those guys. Try fighting that guy in a sec. That being said, it's gonna give the background Shy Guy a turn, which is gonna be a pain in the butt because now I have to dodge these as well. All right, ABBA, I think. And it does some damage to them. However, if you kill them in the background, you won't actually get a chance to, you can kill them in the background, but okay. Be really careful with the wobble. The wobble's really difficult for this, because it goes so much faster now. You have to be really cautious with these guys. It's really difficult to fight these guys. I'm going to be really thankful, actually. Oh, no, you can also use the jump, obviously, to kill them as well. Okay. For demonstration purposes, if you jump on one or four, the same thing happens. They'll get instantly crushed, but jumps otherwise will not hurt them. So there's that. Okay, so we've dealt with that guy. Let's go ahead and tomp all this ship out here, because, I mean, we could dodge that, we could finish these guys off, we can get the ship credit. However, you actually need to kill the ship with a tomp ball for this one, because there's actually a second enemy associated with the Shy Guy air tub. So we're actually going to want to kill these things anyway, and show what happens from there. So, okay. They basically do the same sort of thing. We destroy them, destroys all the other guys. That's both no-hitter challenges back to back. However, now Shy Guys will show up on the field. And these guys are the real tricky thing, because the Shy Guys are really difficult to dodge. They'll rush at you, you kind of jump over both of them at the... okay. No. Okay, we got one. However, I think they just keep going. Yeah, they just keep going, so you have to kind of... No! I was so close! No! No! Oh! You have to dodge basically two of them back to back, and if you can manage to do that and kill the Shy Guys, you'll get a no-hitter credit for Shy Guys, which is going to be the really tricky thing to do with this area, but the Shy Guy air tub will show up in a bunch of areas as we get the ulti bed, so it's not a big deal that we didn't get them right now. However, the Shy Guy is one of the tougher ones to get, because it's just all about... Sometimes the timing for jumping over them is just so bad, but I was so close, I flubbed it right at the end, I almost did something amazing there. But that being said, we got the no-hitter challenge for both those guys at one go, and we got one for the Shy Guy Air Tub, which is nice. So all I have to do is one for the Shy Guys now, which isn't as difficult to get, because now I don't have to worry about dodging the Air Tub. I took care of that at least, which is nice. There's a new warp pipe here, which is pretty cool and fine and dandy and all, but it's basically for the midpoint. That being said, looking at the time, I think it might be a good time to end today's episode. There's a section over here, and there's a section over here. We'll be able to wrap up the start of Pajamaja. We'll basically be able to wrap up the rest of Pajamaja Mountain in the next episode, now, especially now that we've fought all the enemies on the mountain. So we'll be taking care of that in the next one, get the Pajamaja rock frame, and go from there. We might even head to Wakeport. Well, you'll see, actually. There's one other thing that's going to happen as we climb this mountain, but... We'll figure out what we're doing in the next episode, guys. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye.